What's up guys, this is Noob CODcraft Gaming back here with another video, and today we got a lot of Call of Duty news to cover. First up is that DLC 3 Supremacy came out, and that's for Advanced Warfare. We got four multiplayer maps and one Exo Zombies map. The Exo Zombies map is called Carrier, and the four other ones are Compound, Kremlin, Skyrise, and Parliament. Now, Compound, you're in an Atlas compound, and you got a lot of areas to go around, same as Skyrise, hence the name. Kremlin is centered around a lot of mountain area. Looks like you're in high altitude, and you have like a lot of houses to go around, and like a lot of buildings to go through. Parliament is set around London in the future, and you can see Big Ben in the background. And it's a map where, if you've ever played in Battle Lab, it's like that, where it's easy to fall off the map. Now, Black Ops 3, that's the hype. Now, Black Ops 3 is set to come out in November 2015. In the reveal, we got a lot of information. It doesn't look like supply drops are coming back, or gun variants. But then again, they're in pre-alpha at the moment, and beta isn't set to come out until this summer. Now, to get the beta, you have to pre-order Black Ops 3. So if you pre-order Black Ops 3, whichever one, digital deluxe or just normal Black Ops 3, you'll get access to the beta in the summer. Subscribe if you want to see the beta, because when it comes out, I'll post a lot of videos on what's going on in there. But remember, the beta doesn't necessarily mean that'll be the game, and we won't know what the game will actually be like until it comes out. Now, Black Ops 3 has some new features. There is no exo movement at all. No exo movement, not unlike Advanced Warfare. However, there is this new thing called thrust, and it's similar to exo jump, except for the double clicking X on PlayStation. If you were to on PlayStation, you double click the X button, and it instantly shoots you up in the air. But in Black Ops 3, what's going to happen is that you have to hold X, and that will thrust you higher. Now, there are some pros and some cons to this one. Pros, when you're shooting at someone, you don't have to worry about them instantly jumping 100 feet in the air and completely missing your shots. This is something that's going to be quite different from exo movement. That switching from double click to holding X is a big change. Now, another thing Treyarch added to Black Ops 3 are specialists. Now, specialists are like how you set up your classes, and each one has a power weapon and an ability. And similar to how you get score streaks, when you get to a certain point level, you can either choose a power weapon or an ability. Now, we got 4 out of the 9 specialists revealed to us on the Black Ops 3 reveal. We have Ruin. Now, Ruin, her power weapon, are gravity spikes. They take out nearby enemies with a powerful shockwave. And Ruin's ability is overdrive, and it gives players a burst of speed for a short period of time. It's similar to, say, Overclock, the exo ability Overclock, which basically does the same thing. However, we don't know how long the overdrive is and how fast you get. Now, I'm probably going to destroy this name, but Seraph, now, their power weapon is Annihilator, and it's basically a huge revolver that instantly kills any enemies in the bullet's path. This ability, Combat Focus, and it temporarily adds a multiplier to score in order to help players rack up some streaks. And what that basically does is, imagine you go into an objective game, and it's based off like domination or hardpoint, and it's based off getting into it, capturing a point, and you get points for that. Now, if you turn up Combat Focus, you'll, instead of getting 200 on domination, you might get 400 or even 600. It just depends on what the company is deciding to do with the multiplier and how big of an increase it'll be. Now we have Outrider. Now, Outrider, his power weapon is Sparrow. And her power weapon is Sparrow. And it's a compound bow featuring explosive bolts that stick in enemies. And it's basically the crossbow from Advanced Warfare put on steroids and vertical. That's essentially what it is. Now, her ability is a vision pulse, and it basically senses where nearby enemies are and highlights them for a short period of time, similar to Exo Ping if you ever used it in Advanced Warfare. Then we have Reaper, and Reaper's power weapon is Scythe, and it transforms Reaper's robotic arm into a powerful minigun. And yes, it's as cool as it sounds. You basically have a machine gun for a hand. Ability, Glitch, and it teleports the player to a position from a few seconds before, which is kind of cool if you're in a gun battle where you're surrounded by a bunch of enemies, and for 1 second they put a bullet in you, and then boom, teleport to another location. And it's really good, and it's not too OP because it only does it like a few seconds before. And even though those few seconds can make a difference, you have to remember that it's almost like a kill streak, and you have to work your way towards the glitch. Now, these are only 4 out of the 9 that Teriyarch revealed. And I think we're going to get a lot more interesting features coming up.